Dr. Outka, can you offer some tips for writing research papers in English? And how can writers be sure that their own readings of texts are not drowned out by outside sources?
I think when you start a research paper, it's almost always best to start with the primary texts, the novels or the poems that you're going to be considering, and really give those a very, very careful, close read. Take notes on them, pull out quotations from them, and start to think about what do you want to say? What is your argument? What sort of conclusions are you drawing? Usually I suggest that students do this first, so they have some sense of their own idea and what they want to say about these novels or poems or plays. Then I think it makes sense to go to the critical material and get it and have a sense of what is this critical conversation. Read enough articles so you have a sense of what people are saying about the books. But because you have already had thoughts about what you're saying about the books, it makes it a lot easier to read those secondary materials and see where you disagree, where you agree, and where you want to extend those how you want to extend that critical conversation. If you start with all of the critics, sometimes, it doesn't always happen, but sometimes you can feel like there's no room for your particular voice, and so that's usually the order in which I suggest students start to think about the critics. You should, though, start to read the critics and get a handle on the critics before you start writing.